Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. So, as promised in the other video, I have purchased other things at Chanel now, things that have been offered to me prior to them actually hitting the market, which will be somewhere in mid to late January to 2020 or 2020. I'm obsessed with these little things. I'm going to do an unboxing with you. There's going to be two separate videos. I got two different things. In this video, we're going to focus on one of them, which is a very new thing for Chanel. I mean, well, let's just say what it is and then go for it. Chanel Chance Perfume Pencils. Ha! That's something new, isn't it? Look at that. Crayon de parfum. Huh? Crayons. I don't know, they call them pencils there. You're going to see they do look more like crayons than they do like pencils. It's the three Chance. We have the regular Chance, Chance Eau Tendre, Chance Eau Vive, and Chance Eau Fraiche. When we turn to the back, we have a little bit of, I love how they're showing us here how to like stab yourself in the neck, or how to stab yourself in all the pulse areas of the wrist there. Wonderful. And what does it say in the back? A set of 4 perfume pencils. And they do peek out there. So this is still in its original foil. And they are very small in terms of quantity, because as you can read down there, what does it say? It says 4 times 0.04 liquid ounces, or just ounces, which in grams is 4 times 1.2 grams. So this is literally a ripoff in that respect. But it's very small. The price is around 80 bucks, 70 to 80 bucks, and tax or no tax. And I think it's a great idea because it's all 4 of them rather than it just being one. So what does this mean? If you are with friends who want, I don't know, somebody prefers Eau Vive, somebody prefers Eau Tendre, then you could like buy the set, share it, split the cost, and everybody gets their own pencil. I think that's brilliant, rather than Chanel putting 4 of the same in a box and then you gotta, like, in order to get one of these you gotta buy 4 of them, you know what I mean? I mean 4 of the same. So batch code number is 4502. That is at the bottom right there, and that's the product number. Okay, I'm going to open it from the top. Let's try to do this on camera. It's really hard to do this focus that it's kind of in the objective, that the actual lens is filming it properly, while I am struggling to open it without damaging the foliage too much, because you know I like to keep my foliage on the foliage on the box. Okay, yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh, look at that! They just too much light. They just, okay. Let's do this again with a bit less light. They just slide right out. There you have them. So this is the box. And dark. Either it's too light or too dark to see. So difficult with lighting. But anyway, these are the pencils. We have the Eau Fraiche. This is the regular Chance. Then we got Chance Eau Tendre. And this one should be Eau Vive. In fact, it is. So let's do Eau Tendre, or no, you know what? I'm really curious to smell Eau Vive. I'm not going to smell all of them. We're going to smell all of them. Why not, while we're at it? So the whole concept of this is that you lift it. There's a little logo there, you know, Chanel and attention to detail. There you go. You lift it, and then you have that little kind of waxy, I call it wax, it's a creamy, waxy consistency to it. And then as you start using it, you twirl it up here. You can see there. You turn it, as you turn it, this keeps coming out. So the idea is to just put it on. It's Eau Vive. It's Eau Vive. It's just like, and I see the kind of creamy touch of it. Oh, it's delicious. I mean, all at the same time, I'm going to try the other ones. At the same time, I would say it's definitely something. It does click in when you close it, so that's how you know that it's completely closed. So don't just like close it delicately without it clicking, because if it doesn't click, it might open up in your bag, and that's not good. But what I want to say is it's something that you buy after you already have the perfume. You know, this is like a thing that you buy after you've already purchased everything from the range, I think. Because although I have to say, I don't know how the longevity is because I just tested it out now, so I'm going to have to see. You know, I might come back to another video or maybe post it just on Instagram, just an update to say like, okay, how we're doing with longevity with these little guys. And projection, it's not as intense as spraying the perfume on, but it's unequivocally Chance Eau Vive. Like smelling it up close, you can't get fooled thinking that, oh, okay, it's kind of, it's a cream version of the perfume. No, it smells just like the perfume. But not as intense. It's quite close to the skin. I guess you could kind of apply more of it. And I mean, if I really think about it, you know, like the perfume is the best thing. But if you are on a sort of a budget, as I said, if you unite with other friends, and everybody buys their own favorite Chance version of the fragrance, and you split the costs, then this is a very, very cheap way to access your fragrance, you know, because for around 75 to 80 bucks, and then, you know, you get you get to experience all 4 of these perfumes rather than just one, when the smallest version of the actual fragrance of just one is around the same price. So, Chance Eau Tendre is next. This one has a silver double C on top. It's delicious. Putting it on right over there. Too much light. Sorry, you guys. I'm working here with the best kind of possibility I have with this overlighting. Okay. Oh, it's delicious. It's a bit tricky to put this back on because, as you can see, the tip, well, is poking out. It's not like hidden and completely inside of this crayon or pencil. So when you put the stopper back on, you got to be careful not to cut into the waxy bit. You know what I mean? So you got to really delicately put it back in. And then it clicks. Put it close to the mic. I hope you heard the click. You got to click it closed. Eau Tendre is amazing. This is how the container looks when you take these little guys out. It has that pearlescence, all the cardboard material there. Again, Chanel's attention to detail is amazing. We have that pearlescent, slight pearly sheer or sheen to it, to the entire box, even in the back. I really like those attention to details like that. Okay, so let's do Eau Fraiche. Eau Fraiche is a tricky one because it's very citrusy. Oh, it's interesting how they actually made it green. So this little guy, even the pencil color is that kind of green Eau Fraiche color, like the liquid of the fragrance. Let's put it on this hand. And because Eau Fraiche already has a very interesting way of dealing with the freshness of it. Oh, you know what? This one is also exactly the same like Eau Fraiche, minus it doesn't bite like Eau Fraiche does in the opening notes when you just spray it on. It has that kind of green citrusy touch to it that goes away very, very soon. And then you have that clean, 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 fresh note throughout the whole lifespan of the fragrance. Here the acidity of the opening is gone, and we jump straight to the dry down of Eau Fraiche. This makes Eau Fraiche much more wearable, in my personal opinion. Really liking it. And the last one being the classic Chanel Chance. Now, Chanel Chance is one of those rare fragrances by Chanel that I do not own in its pure form, like Chance, without it being any of the flankers. Never was a huge fan of it. I find it fascinating that they're packaging it in a very similar color, if not the same color. It's not the same color as Eau Tendre. It's a bit darker, but it's very, very similar. So you could see Eau Tendre here and Chance there. So Chance is a little bit, Eau Tendre is almost like a bit more peachy. I see it better in the light here than maybe you guys. And I mean, they're both rosy pink, but Chance is a bit darker than the Eau Tendre. Okay, so, oh, yeah, it's Chance. But you know what? Also fascinating, the color of this one is not transparent, but more kind of a generic white. It doesn't go into the pinky hues at all. But the smell is really good, and I think I'm liking this because, yeah, I'm liking it very much. Maybe most of all four of these. Because, again, we skipped that. Let me do it also here on the wrist, like there. Because we skipped immediately the opening acidity. Oh my God, it's delicious. You know what? I have to revisit Chance. Maybe I should, because again, to me, every time I try Chance, it has a punch to it in the opening that irritates me. There's an acidity to it that then mellows down and dries down and goes away, but then it's that opening that I don't want. And here we don't have that. It goes straight to the good stuff. This is delicious. But it's very that kind of, you could smell out the similar family context and structure as Coco Mademoiselle. I mean, they were kind of similar there. You know, they came out in a similar era, similar time for fashion, a similar time for fragrances, and also a time where Chanel was about a bubbliness, effervescence with, particularly with Coco Mademoiselle, kind of an effervescent sweet chuli, if you may. And it almost has hints of Coco Mademoiselle in it, the way that it reacts in this crayon/pencil form on the skin. I am enjoying it, especially because it does catapult me totally back in time into like a place and a time, you know, God, can we say this at this point? A couple of decades ago? Oh my God. Because you say, oh, the early 2000s, and you're like, oh yeah, 2000s. We're in 2020, basically. So that's 20 years ago. Now I'm depressed. Anyway, that was the unboxing and first impressions, I guess, of this cute, cute, cute little crayon de parfum or perfume pencils by Chanel Chance. Whimsical, fun. The price is okay because you do get 4 perfumes. Yes, it's a really tiny size, and yes, it's a gimmick, but the smell is really good. And again, I repeat, like, it's a fun thing. It's a fun way to unite with your friends. Why not be on a budget? I'm all for that. I say, you know, if you have that friend that loves Eau Tendre and another one that loves Eau Fraiche, just join your finances, get it, and split the box, and then it's literally, let's say if it's 80, it's easier than to calculate 2, 4, 6, 8. It's 20 a pop, so that'll be like $20 per pencil. Doable if you love the fragrance. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please do thumb it up and let me know what you think about it and these fragrances in the comment section down below. Also, if you like this video and haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, superdacob, all spelled together. I'm also on Patreon. Thank you, patrons, for your patience and for your love and support. Without you, the channel would not be running. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, with the unboxing of the last special edition that is coming out mid to late January 2020. Until then, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.